Live from downtown Detroit, Local 4 News at noon starts now.
Hidden danger on campus. Wayne State putting out a warning after potentially deadly bacteria is found on the campus grounds. Plus, finally free. A convicted grandmother walks out of prison after 21 years. And this morning, she's praising the president and Kim Kardashian. And we are following breaking news for you this afternoon out of Warren, where a heavy police presence is in the area after several schools were placed on lockdown. That story does top our news at noon. Thank you for joining us. I'm Evrod Cassimy. The lockdown has now been lifted at 5 schools in Warren after a sexual assault and home invasion suspect was arrested nearby. Local 4's Rod Maloney has been on the scene following this story and joins us now with the very latest. Rod?
Yeah, Evrod, it was a wild scene out here today, no question about it. It's calmed down now. But earlier in the morning, there were police all over this place, and they were flying up and down the street. They had police dogs out. They were looking for a man who was running around with a knife and propositioning women. And it all started here with an attempted sexual assault. Around 7 this morning, the knife-wielding man forced open a window at the back of this house and got inside. There he found a young woman. Jonathan Turk is a family member.
He attempted to assault my little cousin. At some point, her mother came back in the house and the guy chased her out. He eventually made it away from here.
As sad as that was, things turned more bizarre by the minute. The man was identified as wearing a blue flower print dress and a shower cap, wielding a knife. He made his way to this park at the corner of Ira and Topher, where he encountered a grandmother and her 2 small children at the play structure. Eyewitnesses tell Local 4 he raised his dress, wearing nothing underneath, and asked the grandmother in front of her grandkids to give him sex. She started screaming. He ran away. Warren police descended on the neighborhood with dogs and started their search, locked down local schools as a precaution, and started hunting for the man, jumping fences and scrambling with each sighting. A troubling scene for Warren residents like Jenny Junkai.
This is very nerve-wracking for us. Like, my heart is racing. Like, I would like to get my kids from the school right away. This is terrible.
Warren police say he tried to assault a 3rd woman before they were able to catch him several blocks away from the original assault. Jonathan Turk was glad to get that news.
I'm just glad he's off the streets, to be honest.
And Jonathan tells us that his cousin is apparently in okay shape. She's been to the hospital, been talking to detectives, looking to give the description of the man. But they have caught him. They caught him a couple of blocks away from here. We expect an arraignment tomorrow. Back to you.
And Rod, what is the Warren Police Department telling you about this case?
Well, they're not saying too much about the specifics of the case. They are saying that part of the reason they were able to catch this guy is that they had police dogs. They just added at least 1 or 2 police dogs. They have 4 now, and it was with the help of the police dog that they were able to find this guy, and they made the arrest. It was about 2 blocks from where we stand.
All righty, Rod Maloney reporting live for us this afternoon. Thank you for the update. Also breaking this afternoon, the new Criminal Justice Center agreement with Rock Ventures was approved. Groundbreaking for the new Criminal Justice Center is expected to happen by the fall of this year. The new center will be on East Warren Avenue near the I-75 service drive. The agreement was approved by the Wayne County Commission with a vote of 14-1. As terms of the deal, Rock Ventures will build a new $533 million criminal justice center as a solution for the Gratiot Jail project. Detroit police are searching for 15-year-old Imani Parker, who was last seen 3 weeks ago at her home on the city's east side, right on East Lafayette. That is when she asked to go to her sister's house, but never showed up there. Imani has 2 French braids in her hair and was last seen wearing a blue jacket, white tank top, and black capris. Police say this isn't the first time that she's run away. If you have any information, please call police. Secretary of Housing and Urban Development, Dr. Ben Carson, was in Detroit earlier today to announce the first round of Envision Centers. The Envision Centers will be in 17 cities around the country, and these centers are designed to offer HUD-assisted families access to support services that can help them become self-sufficient. Secretary Carson explained how he envisions these centers.
They will offer a more holistic approach to connecting HUD-assisted families with the tools they need to become self-sufficient and to flourish. And it's our way of bringing hope and opportunity and vision to thousands of our families.
Carson was joined by Mayor Mike Duggan for the announcement. The mayor saying that he's thankful that HUD chose Detroit to open one of the first centers in the country. President Trump granted a convicted drug offender her freedom on Wednesday after a face-to-face plea from one of reality TV's biggest stars. The president commuting or shortening the sentence of Alice Johnson, who is a 63-year-old great-grandmother serving life without parole.
This is the greatest day of my life.
Just hours after President Trump commuted her sentence, Alice Johnson was in the arms of her loved ones.
I want to thank President Donald John Trump.
Johnson spent 21 years behind bars, sentenced to life without parole for drug offenses. Her story caught the attention of reality TV star Kim Kardashian West, who took Johnson's case to the Oval Office.
I've always called her my angel, but then she turned into my war angel, because only war angels never give up.
White House officials say Johnson has accepted responsibility for past behavior. Kim Kardashian West tweeted, "Best news ever," and delivered the news.
I heard Kim Kardashian's voice, and she was the one who told me that that it had happened, that I was free, that I was going to rejoin my family.
Alice Johnson now has her freedom, and she says something
Good
more.
luck to you.
I have an obligation not only to my family who has waited all of these years for me, but an obligation to the people who have been left behind.
An obligation and a second chance.
And Alice Johnson's attorney says that his client will settle down in Memphis, Tennessee, and plans to spend a lot of time with her family. Turning our attention to the forecast now, 74 degrees. Oof. We're going to get up to 80 today?
We are. I think it's going to be pretty universal, too.
Okay.
We deserve it. We've had a few cooler days, but overall looking pretty good. Our Windsor camera here looking across the river to downtown Detroit. Looking good. You see very little chop out there on the lake. Humidity is only 53%, so we don't have any heat index issues, and hazy. Blue skies, 74 at Metro, 75 in Lapeer. It's one of those scenarios where the winds are southwest, so it carries the warmer air over land and everybody sort of gets in on the action. North zone, just as warm as our Metro zone. It is a little bit cooler in Harrow, Ontario at 68 with the winds coming off of Lake Erie. But middle 70s now into the upper 70s at 2, light winds, low humidity, 80. We'll take it. We had some clouds this morning. They have cleared out. And coming up, we will track some trouble Friday into Saturday coming up.
All righty, Brandon, thank you. We've got some good news for you today. Caesars Windsor Hotel and Casino is back open. Earlier this week, unionized workers voted to accept a new contract ending a 60-day strike. The new deal increases signing bonuses and health benefits. The hotel and casino reopened at 11 this morning. The man convicted of killing a Detroit mother in front of her children learned his sentence this morning. Earl Maxwell was sentenced to 25 to 50 years in prison this morning for the murder of his girlfriend Latrice Morris Dorsey. She was shot multiple times on June 18th at her home on Avon Avenue. Police say Maxwell shot Morris Dorsey in front of her 4-year-old daughter, and her 14-year-old son was nearby. He pleaded guilty on charges of first-degree murder and a felony firearms violation. 4 people were hurt in a crash involving a smart bus and a street sweeper this morning. This is video from Sky 4 over the crash right at 23 Mile near Baker Road in Chesterfield Township. That crash shut down 23 Mile for more than an hour as firefighters were trying to rescue that bus driver. No other information is available at this time. So there is a lurking danger at Wayne State University and the campus. They're notifying students and staff about the discovery of a potentially deadly bacteria. Local 4's Nick Monticelli is on the campus this afternoon with more on the discovery that was made after a staff member got sick.
Good afternoon. The Wayne State staffer who came down with Legionnaire's disease was working in the faculty administration building. So the university decided to do essentially a comprehensive report and find out where else this bacteria might be. And now they know. The results are in, and what they say is causing concern on the campus of Wayne State University. All of this began in May when an employee inside of this building, the faculty administration building, was diagnosed with Legionnaire's disease, which is a form of pneumonia. Testing began immediately to determine where the bacteria is, and the new results have identified 3 cooling towers in 3 different campus buildings. Those cooling towers are in the process of being disinfected. It was also found in a private bathroom in the faculty building, a men's bathroom in Scott Hall, and in a men's bathroom in the Cone building. Experts will be back on campus this weekend to try to help identify what is happening. Detroit's health department has also been notified. The university says Legionnaire's disease cannot be contracted from drinking water. Instead, it's spread through the inhalation of water droplets that contain the bacteria. Again, Legionnaires is a form of pneumonia. Common symptoms include cough, fever, chills, and muscle aches, and in some cases, it can turn into pneumonia. Now, it is important to note the university says that there are no more known cases of Legionnaire's disease connected to this campus. At Wayne State University, Nick Monticelli, Local 4.
All righty, Nick, thank you. So for the first time since 1939, wildebeest can now be seen at the Detroit Zoo. That's right. The zoo is welcoming 2 male eastern white-bearded wildebeest, like what you see here. Their names are Lenny and Jeffrey, and they're coming to the Detroit Zoo from San Diego's Zoo Safari Park, where they were born last July. Now, their species hasn't been seen here in almost 80 years, but they can now be found with the zebras in the African grasslands habitat. All right, so the search is on right now for the best of everything in Metro Detroit. But before we get to that, we need your help. Here's Kim DeGiulio to explain how your nominations have to come first.
We make so many decisions every day. Where should I go to eat? Where should I grab a cup of coffee? Where should I get my car fixed? It's hard, but now you can let Local 4 and Click on Detroit help make some of those decisions for you with our go-to guide to Metro Detroit.
It's back. Local 4's Vote for the Best. You get to tell the community your favorite places around town, and you get to get advice.
Advice is always good.
From other locals about good places to go.
So what kind of places are you looking for?
Mostly restaurants, restaurant recommendations.
It's all there on clickondetroit.com. Nominate your favorite restaurants, shops, bakeries, bars, you name it.
Usually I see the best bars around town.
It's basically an organized word-of-mouth guide.
The most influential thing, I think, is when everybody tells you it's really good.
So go to clickondetroit.com/forthebest to give your favorite places a shot to be recognized for being the best in town.
Is it helpful for you?
Oh yeah, especially when I see it and I'm like, oh, I've never tried that place.
Now remember, if you don't nominate a place, it can't win. So don't waste any time. Reporting for Local 4's Vote for the Best, I'm Kim DeGiulio, Local 4.
All right, so get your nominations in. You can nominate your favorite places starting now all the way through June 12th. So good luck. All right, so it's time for today's talker. Burger King is now selling a new flavor of their chicken fries, and this time there's a crunchy twist to it.
Yes, there is. Pun intended, because they make these twists. You'll see. Burger King taking chicken fry game to a whole nother level of pretzel flavored.
So check this out.
Fries.
The fries include white meat battered with crispy breading, as usual, but then they add crushed pretzel pieces. They were officially launched today in participating Burger King locations. Would you try one?
If you had a box of them on you, I would. Would you?
I would try everything once.
I think they'd be pretty good.
I think they'd be all right.
Yeah. Well,
all right.
We'll give you the review. Or the
Eventually, at some point.
One of those things. All right, let's take a look again at temperatures and fasten your seatbelts. We're going to go quickly here. Hey, 74, all 4 zones right now. Winds are fairly calm. Southwest winds blanketing the area with mild, warm air, 80. Just a few hazy clouds. And tonight we'll see some clouds filling back in, and 62 degrees overnight. Not too bad. Little cool front sweeps through, but mainly dry. Moisture is hard to come by right now. May bring 8 p.m., 9 p.m., little drizzle in the tip of the thumb. That's it. This stationary front then sets up right on the Indiana, Ohio, Michigan borders, bringing the best chance for trouble Friday late into Saturday. So here we go at noon, and we are tracking a few showers and storms. Again, closer to that boundary, but round 1 should fizzle out. And then right around sunset time Friday evening, some decent soakers. If you have Friday evening plans, could be some tricky travel with some of that heavy rain. And there we are at 8 a.m. on Saturday, and this model has everything leaving the area. Just want to let you know we have other model data that does suggest could be hanging on a little bit longer. The later our start time for the rain, late Friday and or early Saturday, the longer it may take to get out of here. So I would say through noontime on Saturday, prep for some showers around. Just push your plans back a little bit. Sunday is the better of the two weekend days, but we need those spring showers. Problem, and really the only problem with that system late Friday, early Saturday will be some gushers, some heavy soakers that could cause just temporary problemos.
All righty. Well, we know you'll stay on top of it.
Yes.
All right. That does it for us here for Local 4 News at noon. We hope you have a great day, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow.